In an AMG, right outside, TT, two-turn baby girl, you know me. Still with the dolls that I grew beside. All the niggas around me.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. As you see by the title, today I'll be talking about my first term of nursing school. Yeah, if you're new here, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you're returning but you're not subscribed, please subscribe, please like and comment. But let's get right into the video. So this was my first, and before I start, I'm just recording multiple videos for y'all so I could produce content. So that's why I got on what I had on in my last video. But hold on guys. Yeah. But yeah, that's what I have. That's why I have on what I got on in my last video. But let's get right into it. So as you guys may know, this completes my first term of Chamberlain University in the nursing program. Your girl is working on her RN. Yes, I'm very excited and I'm highly motivated right now. I feel good about everything that's going on, and honestly, I feel like I could not have a better start into this nursing program. Everything so far is just amazing. It's how it should start. You know, it's not gonna always be this, but this is at least how it should start, on a good, perfect note. You know what I'm saying? So this term I took a math online class and NR103. NR103 is transitioning to nursing professions. Yeah, transitioning to nursing professions. And honestly, when I first showed up for the class, like the first 2 days I had the class, for me it was at 1 to 5 p.m. once a week. For me, my first day or so, I was thinking like, what is this class for real? Like, is this just to like, what is this class? Like, in a sense, just thinking, why do we need it? But honestly, I loved every 4 hours of the class that I had this past 8 weeks. Like, I loved it, and it honestly is needed. And my professor was amazing, honestly. The people in my class are great. Everything is just great. So in NR103, you'd basically, it's like it says, a transition into, I feel, just the whole setting of nursing school. You get to understand what the expectations are without people just telling you what the expectations are, because you have to do APA format. Some people might be really good at that. For me, I've only done APA format probably like once or twice before in like a psychology class I had. But for majority of everything, it was MLA format. So in nursing school, at least at this program, everything is APA format. And in this class, you get to transition into APA format. Everything you're doing have to be in APA format, and it's not just, you could get away with a little citation being off, or you could get away with not using the right sources in the right year bracket. What's it called? Your source, like the right credible source, because your source has to be like 5 years old maximum. So yeah, you get to actually learn how to correctly use APA format, because that will help you be successful in your more challenging classes. And I believe in this class, it just gave you, I feel like it like showed you, why you're here in this program. But not only that, because we all know why we're here, but at the same time, it gave a debrief of what our other classes are gonna look like our professor was very insightful. Like, she was down to earth, but she was about that business. And I appreciate professors like that. Like, I'm gonna learn, but it's still, I could still relate to you. Like, that combination right there was the best. Like, also, what made this class helpful was that we learned how to understand the rubric. Understand it, maybe trial and error, for not like, oh, they went over the rubric, but I mean by, oh, we had to, when we did our assignments, because there was a few assignments. It wasn't like a class where there was no assignments and you just got to show up. No, there was assignments. The assignments, you see how you got graded. Like, the grading is by the rubric, and everything down to the T. If you don't do this one thing, you can get the points off. Like, showing you how, I wouldn't say harshly they're gonna grade, but like, everything is presented to you, so it's not a trick. Like, the rubric, if you don't go over your work and check off all the boxes and make sure you have everything this rubric is looking for, at the end of the day, it's on you, kind of. That's how I look at it. And not to say that I always did it perfect, because I was missing stuff at times, always. Like, come on. Yeah. And also at Chamberlain, they do EDAPT, which I would kind of compare EDAPT to something like McGraw-Hill Connect. It's similar but different. Very similar but different at the same time. It's kind of like that. You have to do those, answer questions, take a little quiz kind of thing at the end. It's give you information and stuff like that. I would say, like, at first I kind of took it like Connect. Like, I didn't take it 100% seriously, but those points, because it doesn't show you your points. Or you could either complete it or you can master it. Master it is when you didn't really get nothing wrong. And obviously there's a difference in points. So when your professor put that grade in, it's going to be like, you're going to get 125 out of 180. That, if you keep getting 125 out of 180, that's going to weigh on your grade. And also depends on each class how much the EDAPT is worth. That's going to weigh on your grade. So I learned in this class to take my time with the EDAPT, take notes from the EDAPT, and to really, like, take it seriously, because it's just as important as any other assignment in the class. So I really appreciated that, because I feel like if I didn't learn it in this class, I would have learned it in another class where it's really gonna hurt. Yeah. So that was also something we learned. We did discussions and stuff in this class, but because there was no test and quizzes, which I love, but then there were discussions. So in the upcoming classes, nursing classes, like I'm taking health and wellness starting next week, we won't have discussions. So to replace discussions, you have the test and quizzes. Yeah. So we did those. Every writing thing you had to do had to be in APA format, which I feel like, give you good practice. And overall, the class, I just loved how, okay, so one thing we did last week, like at the end, was like a little vision board thing about nursing school. And I really enjoyed that, just hearing other people's reasons why, hearing how other people feel about themselves, because they actually, you'll be surprised how many people feel the same way you do, how many people are thinking the same way you think. I feel like sometimes, like, we think we're the only ones, and then it could be in your mind, it could be isolating, like just thinking that. But I really enjoyed that, just to know, like, like they say, like, we're all in the same boat here. And when it comes to school, when it comes to the schooling part, like, everybody had their own personal stuff going on, but when it comes to school, like, we're all in the same boat. And I really enjoyed that. I just feel like this class is very motivating. My professor was great. She's amazing. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I feel like it was the perfect start to the program, honestly. And it makes sense. Take it seriously, because I feel like, these classes, you want to get the best possible grade, because you're going to need it to help you up when you got the other classes in the future. But yeah. And then I took a math class online, statistics. It was good. No complaints about that. No, my professor was a guy. He was great as well. Everything was great. The homework, the tests were online. The homework were in this, I forgot the name of the website, but it was the homework and the tests all came from the same website. And one thing I appreciated, I don't know, I just don't love cumulative finals. His finals were like all the chapters you did, your midterm was on the first half, and then your finals on everything you learned the second half, which I love that way because sometimes it's really hard to remember everything that happened. And we did discussions, we did labs in his class, and everything was great. It was smooth. And then also, if it's your first semester like me, you have to take a university seminar class. That one is smooth. It's just doing EDAPs for like your basic topics. And I would say, just like I'm saying, just answer all the questions to the best of your abilities. Try to get them all right, so that because if you don't get them all right, you got to do more work. Excuse me. So if you get them all right the first time, it cut down your time doing work, which, you know, that's our goal, right? So yeah, those were the 6 credits I took. The university seminar was 1 credit. The transition to nursing professions class was 2 credits, and the math class was 3 credits. So that's how I got 6 credits this semester. And I did well in all my classes. I'm proud of myself. I want to keep up this momentum for my upcoming classes. Upcoming, I'll be taking health and wellness and a critical thinking class online. Health and wellness is in person from 8 a.m. I actually love that because get me back in my routine to wake up early, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I've met the professor who I'm going to have before, but I haven't, excuse me. I haven't had like a real like interaction fully with her, but she seems cool off just first rip. Yeah, and that's what I like about the professors I've met so far. They're cool, but it's like you could be cool but professional, and I appreciate that so much. Like this school is just very warm, like very welcoming, very like it doesn't give intimidating, but it's like still you gotta do what you gotta do, but without the extra stresses of worrying about, oh, I can't stand my professor, and then you gotta worry about how hard the class is, you know? It's like one less thing to worry about, which who wouldn't appreciate that? Like just being able to feel comfortable in your school, in your environment, somewhere where you're gonna be for the next few years. So yeah, those were the 2 classes I took. Well, the 3 classes I took, and they were great. Everything went well. So it's just an overview on what the classes were like. If you're gonna take those classes, don't worry at all. Just go to open mind. Show your personality. Something that I do is like I don't feel like I could be shy at first, but I'm not shy. I wouldn't consider myself shy. But when I first meet, I don't feel like I give my personality the fair opportunity to shine. Like, yeah. But I'll just say, show your personality, get out of your head, stop overthinking, and just do whatever. You be in your mind like, oh, I'm gonna say this, and you don't say it. Say it. Like, I be doing that. Like, literally, example of me doing that is when the day of the presentation and we had to go up and present, I went in there. I was like, I'm going to go first or second to get it over with. I'm going to do this. And I got in there. I'm like, okay, raise your hand and say you're going to go. Raise your hand and say you're going to go. Raise your hand and say you're going to go. And did not go. I was one of the last people to go. And that's something I'm working on, just doing and getting out of my head. But fear is so crippling. Like, fear is so crippling. But that's all I have to say. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you enjoy my content, let me know. If you have any insightful feedback, let me know in the comment section below. And if there's anything you want to see in particular on my channel, also leave it down below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe again. I'll see you guys in another video.
Who am I? All the niggas around me